I found this article online, Doctor Who Mythology, a surprising common mistake about the Time War, and it's basically saying that they believe that the Time War happened before the first Doctor. Oh, yes, I shaved again. I saved that intro for the Claws of Axos, because I just thought it fit better. Okay, I have seen people online, people have reacted to the Daleks for the first time, like the 1963-4 story, the Daleks, and they're all just like, oh, wouldn't the Doctor have recognized the Daleks from the Time War? And they're like, no, the Time War happened with the 8th Doctor, and blah, 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 blah. I once had this one kid in my class who was all just like, how could the 2nd Doctor have been exiled by the Time Lords if the Time Lords were dead? And I was just like, ah. It's like putting a spear to the head, jeez. Whew, right, I gotta put all these references into the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Permanent here. So, funny story, this is a banana. Bananas are good. Funny story, my original Ice Warriors review, you know how the Ice Warriors, I upload it and got called for copyright. Upload it again, called for copyright. Upload it again. Now it's okay, because I uploaded it and then it got called for copyright. So then I looked at the footage that caused it to get called for copyright, and then I just blacked out that footage and then kept the rest, but it still got called for copyright. So I just removed all the visuals and then it seemed to be okay. Well, the very first one, as in the one that had none of the footage blacked out, just got unblocked, so you can apparently watch it in all its form and glory. But the second version, which is the exact same as the first one except for one piece of footage blacked out, is still called for copyright for some reason. Why? Look, BBC, look, I see that you're looking at me through the camera, or maybe it's one of your stupid robots. Listen, when we do reviews, because Blind Wave just got their reaction to the Snowman blocked at the time of recording this. Seska Says also does some reactions, and some of hers got blocked. Her reaction to The Edge of Destruction Part 2 and her rewatches of Songs in the Library and Forest of the Dead. See, right now, the member of the BBC is just sitting at their desk and they're just waiting till they see a piece of footage, and then they're gonna be like, copyright! Yeah, well, can you stop, please? Because it's really bloody annoying. Please, why? Why? Look, me. We're just... Fine. You know what? I'll try extremely hard to make sure that falls under fair use. I didn't even get to do my review of Daleks the early years, or Cybermen the early years, or the Missing Years, because I didn't have enough spaces for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure I mapped out the schedule earlier in the year, and it worked out just fine. So I have no idea where I went wrong. The bloody space pirates probably ruined everything. Can you stop making that noise, BBC? You're all like... Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Please do not stop. This is under fair use. Anyway, time to review Spearhead from Space on Blu-ray. Right, so as long as I, first off, if I show the footage like this, where technically the footage is only part of the stuff on the screen, then it should be okay, and as long as I make sure that it's just the disc, that I'm always talking about what's happening on the screen. Because my Adventure in Space and Time got called down for copyright because there was this tiny little bit of footage where I wasn't talking about what was happening. Shut up! Okay, stop it! Anyway, okay. Sorry, I'm upset. Okay, look, just gotta make sure that we're talking about it on this nice little Blu-ray disc. Oh, also, let's just all agree that we don't watch Series 12 so that Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker won't be able to deny that Series 11 sucked. Okay, look, I'm sorry, mate, but you got, I don't care if you want to do new stuff, you gotta at least bring something back. Stephen Moffat did new stuff, and he brought back the Daleks in his 3rd episode, the Weeping Angels and River Song in his 4th episode. You just gotta have something. Otherwise, you're not really giving Jodie Whittaker anything to work with to prove that she is the Doctor. And I have a feeling that even if you did, it wouldn't have worked. Because just Jodie Whittaker, I don't think she knows the role. Maybe she would be able to play it, but she needs to watch some episodes of Doctor Who before, okay? She just walked in here and you didn't audition anybody. It's like Stephen Moffat, He wanted to play like an older actor to play the role, and then Matt Smith came in and blew everyone away. He said specifically, you don't cast a female doctor just because you're looking for a female doctor. You cast it because you're just like, okay, these are the actors. Here's a whole bunch of male and female, black and white actors. Who do you think is the best? And then if it's a female, then you go with the female. But you don't just say, oh hey, I worked with Jodie Whittaker on Broadchurch, let's cast her again. So the Doctor was born. Apparently became a teenager around the age of 60. I think I heard from this one video about how old the Doctor was. Because I think that's good. I don't think that my childhood was long enough. Imagine living till you were 60 and then you're just entering your teenagers. You must have been like 200 and something when he stole the TARDIS. Went on a whole bunch of adventures with Susan. And then about the year of like 446 or so. Because he mentioned in the chase that he was traveling with Barbara and Ian for 2 years. Okay, I showed that piece of footage because the person from the BBC is watching us like... And then the second Doctor claimed to be 450 years old. For some reason everyone jumps like, oh, so the first Doctor was 450 years old when he regenerated. Not necessarily, he could have been like 449. We don't know if his birthday happened between that, I don't know. Anyway, so he lived to be 450 years old, which is like well over 5 human lifetimes, about 80 years old. And then he lived through his second incarnation, got exiled by the Time Lords, went into the comics, had his little 2.5 incarnation, then met John Pertwee, and he was like, I'm who you should be, and then he becomes the third Doctor, and yet still, somehow, his life is far from being all over. Smiley face was in the notes, see? You know, I don't think the Moffat era was that half bad now. Let's make a video on that. Hello there, and welcome to this DVD from BBC Video, which you have either bought, borrowed, or stolen. However, if you stole this, then let's pause for a moment to think about what you've done. You enjoy the kind of program that I'm about to experience once I've actually stopped talking. What the? There was none of the okay, oh my goodness. Alright, keep it to this end, eh? We can't bother with the, Copyright! Wow, what is that? Stop, I put this, there's no, oh my god, just English, yes. Back, play. I didn't mean play, I meant, I don't know what, whoa. What the heck? Blah. Hey, it looks like the narrator from the Trouton Years. Oh, I've got no more grapes left in my fruit salad. Is that what I think it is? Is it color? Oh my god! It's in color! Now I got nothing in my fruit salad except for apples. Hey, what the? Why do the subtitles look so different? Wasn't the TARDIS like dismantled or whatever? What the? John Pertwee? Very funny. I don't get why you copyright things, BBC. Like, if they, like, straight up, like, re-upload the entire thing, then yeah, I get it. But, like, most of us are kind of just giving you, like, free advertisement, technically. You know, probably the season set is coming out soon. Spearhead from Space, now available on DVD, Special Edition, Blu-ray, and probably a season box set coming soon. What the? Oh my god, it's the freaking Colonel! What's the freaking Colonel doing here? I said frickin'. I said frickin' both times.
Yes, I know. An expert in meteorites.
Why is the Colonel here?
We're not exactly spies here at unit.
Then what do you do? Exactly.
Oh yeah, you're in unit or something. This is on my phone.
Because the men with 3 heads.
Unified Intelligence Task Force. So the U and N are both part of the same word in the acronym?
Early this morning, a shower of about 50 meteorites landed in Essex.
Essex.
Most meteorites don't even reach the Earth's surface.
It's like me and Liz were at the same time. She said landed, I said Essex. Where the heck is Essex? I typed in Essex. Essex is an English non-metropolitan country.
The odds against 2 lots of meteorites landing in exactly the same place.
Oh, that's like lightning never strikes twice. Like, nothing's stopping it from striking twice. It's just it rarely happens because the odds are very low.
Do you realize that in our section of the galaxy there are over 500 planets capable of supporting life?
What was it again? The Drax theorem? No, it wasn't the Drax theorem. What was it? The,
During the last
multiply.
In the last decade,
Is the Colonel the Doctor? What was it again? It's like,
was born, there have been 2 attempts to invade this planet.
oh yeah, the Yeti and the Cybermen.
We were lucky enough to be able to stop them. It was a policy decision not to inform the public.
Yeah, until 1986 where the Cybermen invasion goes full. Wait a minute, wasn't in the 10th planet the Cybermen invading in 1986 supposed to be... Wait, the Cybermen invaded in 1986 and that was supposed to be their first landing. But the invasion took place in 1979, didn't it? What? Wait, so then this is after that. Right? Unless if this takes place before that. No. Does the 3rd Doctor meet the Colonel, and then in the invasion the Brigadier sees the 2nd Doctor and he's like, oh, I better not tell him about his regeneration. I'm confused. So does this take place in the year like 1980? Here it is, the Drake equation. I knew it began with D. I got it right, that began with dra. Yeah, so it's N equals R star times FP times
NE times F1 times Fi times FC times L. So N is the number of civilizations in a galaxy where communication might be possible.
Right, so N is what we're looking for. N equals, so R star equals...
The average rate of star formation in our galaxy. FP is the fraction of those stars that have planets. NE is the average number of planets that can potentially support life per star that has planets. F1 equals the fraction of planets that could support life that actually develop life support.
I really like that one. Because just because the planet can support life doesn't mean that life will 100% form. Fi equals the
Fraction of planets with life that actually go on to develop intelligent life, or civilizations. FC equals the fraction of civilizations that develop a technology that releases detectable signs of their existence into space. And L equals the length of time for which such civilization release detectable signals into space.
Unfortunately, pretty much everything past FP, we don't know. So it's like an incomplete thing. I learned about that in history class, also on the Big Bang Theory, both of which suck. Yeah, it's like he mentioned the Doctor and then magically he was brought back into the world again. Oh, I think this is the first time that it's mentioned that I got 2 hearts. I remember seeing review stuff mentioning the Dominators. From a continuity standpoint, it's really good that the Dominators only check Jamie's heart and not the Doctor's heart bracket. You know, I think in the Edge of Destruction it's just like, his heart is okay. Maybe he just didn't sense the second one. Or maybe the first one was only functioning at that time. The Doctor was unconscious. Ha! God, the vacuum's up to no good though, mate. I just want some excitement in his life. So the vacuum guy went up to the phone booth and said, I understand that you pay for stories, get down here. So, like, I've been watching The Good Place recently. It's the entire concept of everything that you do on Earth. Either you gain or lose points depending on how good or bad the deed was. So, was he just doing it because he wanted the money, in which case he would lose points? Or maybe nothing would happen. I don't know. Maybe he's doing it because he wants, like, the whole hospital to get more money, in which he would gain points. Or maybe he's gonna be all like, no, I just want the hospital to have more money as a whole, but that would leave more money for him to get paid for. In which case, he would probably still lose points, I think. Well, actually, the point system kind of goes by, like, the point system, like, there's a running gag that the point system doesn't work, because, it's not so much on the intention of the act, it's just the good or bad that occurs. So I guess we'll see if he gains or loses points in the story. Ha! 3rd Doctor's first words, everybody. Shoes must find my shoes. I'm handing them out. Let's recount Devios. They're doing a good job at not showing his face. Good. Whew. I kinda like the idea of being in a hospital. I mean, not being hurt, that sucks, and also not being able to go anywhere, but at least you get to relax, and you're told specifically, relax. Ah, shoot, the news is here. His name is a steward, not even the Colonel. Jeepers creeper. Oh, I see his face now. Well, that's disappointing. I thought it was going to be like some sort of big reveal. You know, I still have no idea what I want to do for a career. I mean, like, what I want to do is this, YouTubing. But, you know, whatever. Not getting paid anymore, which sucks, but anyway. I made that noise with my mouth, by the way, but excuse me regardless. Anyway, so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so, people often tell me, oh, and if you're not 18 yet, and if people are telling you, oh, goddamn, my boyfriend, you tell them to shut up. Anyway, so, people have told me that whatever I do, I will never be in a career in construction working, because even though I love the idea of being able to, like, take stuff and put it together and ingenuity and all that, I've never shown interest in actually building stuff like buildings, and never something like in the military, like a guard or something like that, because I hate just taking orders without knowing for myself. Like, people will, like, if I like quantum leaped into a guard, I'd like, and then I was just told like, okay, you want to stay here and tell strangers to keep well away. Like, I'm just gonna be like, why? And if they don't tell me, I'm just gonna say, okay, bye-bye. The regular is excited now. Oh, see, why couldn't that have been a big reveal, like, turned to his face? Not him. Oh, it's him. I really like that actors are okay, like, making fun of their own appearance when they just became the Doctor. Oh, he's not even asleep. Honestly, I'm tired right now. I need to get some sleep. Oh, that starts keeping going. Oh, well, at least they know that the vacuum cleaner guy is in line. There he is in the back. What is he telling them? Yeah, exactly. What kind of questions are they asking him? All he can say is what he heard on the phone call. Push off. Huh. I don't really tell people screw off. Push off is a good one. Why are you talking out loud? Oh, okay. Because he's just pretending to be crazy? Does he really want his shoes? Does he even have shoes? Whoa! Is he in a car shit? Oh my god, this is engineering. This is what I'm talking about. Oh wait, I was gonna say, does he even know where he's going, or is he just like going with the flow? Nah, I assume he's trying to get back to the TARDIS. Go, Doctor, go! Well, that's the end of the third Doctor. Well, his era was pretty nice, entertaining, but it was short and done before it even started, so, you know, but at the same time, it was kind of funny, the shoes and everything. Yeah, I'd say I'd rate his era like, 5 out of 10, just because it was short. Has anything alien happened? The meteors. Garrick Martinez directed it. Oh wait, next one. But the I haven't really got. Dude, what was the point of that jump scare? Right, so the third Doctor survived that by, I assume, his super healing after regeneration, and he's putting himself in a self-induced coma, but told him with his hand, hey, keep your key in here at all costs. But then the humans pried his hand open and then took the key, the TARDIS key, and then we cut to this baby doll making factory thing. They have like, you know, like at like chocolate factories where you see like the chocolate like dribble from the, like it's that, but Oh, is she made of plastic? That's in like push off. What the heck is all this? What is Liz doing?
Me? What about you? You really believe in a man who's helped to save the world twice?
How do you come to that conclusion?
Travels through time and space in a police book.
It's all becoming
The
difficult.
colonel needs to come to my school and I have a little chat with the other people. What the frick? Okay, I've just paused because I want to mention a few things. Yes, they are being a little bit sexist because females here. But don't go watch this episode and then assume that the whole Doctor Who is celebrating the white male gaze, like Jodie said in that one article. There's this one scene where a man's just talking to his wife, I assume, or maybe his mother, probably his wife, and then he's just like, "What are you staring at, woman? Go make some whatever." And yeah, obviously that's bad. I myself would hate it if someone was saying, "Go away, man." But yeah. I think that we're supposed to assume that he's mean. I don't know. But then immediately afterwards we have a scene where someone comes in looking around Union and he's like, "Oh, it's nice to have a pretty face around the building, isn't it?" And the Brigadier goes, "It's not just a pretty face. I get it. But saying they have a pretty face might not be the worst thing in the world. I don't know. But yeah, I get it." Doctors only, clever. He's taking a shower. That's a tall shower, dude. Okay, first off, someone once claimed that it was impossible to not sing while you're taking a shower. I never sing while taking a shower. I don't think I've sang in general. Why does the Doctor have a snake tattoo on his arm? Was that part of the regeneration, are you telling me? What are you doing? Why is he stealing a car? You know, I like that the key didn't work because I was just watching the Doctor Who story, The Daleks, and it was like, when Susan was mentioning, like, "Oh, you gotta put it in this special way, otherwise it doesn't work." I remember Grandpa told me right after he saw the Doctor getting chased in a wheelchair, he told me, like, "This Doctor is now my favorite Doctor." So my rankings goes 3, 2, 1.
Alright, I suppose you want to see my pass. Well, I haven't got one. And I'm not going to tell you my name either. Now, you just tell Brigadier Lethbridge you it, but I want to see it. Well, don't just stand there arguing with me, man. Get on with it. The Doctor? Yes, sir.
That worked. Jesus! Oh, I thought my ears were ringing. It was just the meteorite. There. Oh no, my ears are ringing. Maybe it's TV, I don't know.
What do you think of my new face, by the way?
Why are there like tubes and like balls of like random colored liquid?
Useful on the planet Delphi where they communicate with their eyebrows.
Hey,
That's strange.
see?
I remember that. Alright.
Apparently it's rare if you can raise one eyebrow. If you can do it, then good for you. Props. This isn't much of a cliffhanger. This guy's face is more terrifying than that face. We already knew that these guys were alive. Well, what the? I didn't see that before. Whoa.
My days to be so gullible, that's just an excuse. We shan't see him at all. Listen,
Oh, the Doctor's leaving. Mate. Mate. No. There's stuff going on here. Oh no, so the time was forbid you or whatever.
destroy. Total destruction.
I was gonna say, it's weird for a cliffhanger to end on a guy who's not the Doctor or the companion. Just vanished. And for him to be okay, I mean like he got away, that's unusual for a non-main character. Ah, what the frickin' frack? The music is so quiet. I don't know how I would react to that. I do like that the Doctor comes to the conclusion. Feels weird calling him the Doctor. Not quite used to him yet. But I find it cool how the Doctor comes to the conclusion that something's up because the mannequin's watch says the exact time. As in, why would people bother to wind up the watch to read the exact time continuously? Unless they just did it once and the Doctor happened to come in, but this place was probably around for a while when they researched it. I don't know, the Doctor probably took that into account. What I don't like is that the the guy, the general, who just got killed by his own version of the mannequin, like, he walks into the science lab and they don't even realize that he's plastic. Now, to be fair, he does kind of look like he just has some gold paint on his face, but yeah. Like, if he's made out of plastic, that should be obvious. Only half the world. Also, it's 5:30 in the morning? This doesn't look like 5:30 in the morning. Wow, okay, take it back, it's 5:30 in the morning. Oh, look, these two aren't asleep. Oh, maybe I'm looking to the line too much. Ah, they got their first victim. I guess they've had a few victims this story so far. Ah, they're getting out of the chair. Yeah, man. Bah, yeah, man.
Don't you realize that when I'm this man, this is a planet of yours, I have nothing to be told. Well, just realize that I don't even own these. I borrowed them from the hospital.
Get used to that.
I don't even know your name. Smith. Dr. John.
Ah. Well, I thought that was very good. Very good opener, very good jumping on point as well. This is how you do a jumping on point. Chris Chibnall, shut up. Yeah, this was really good. I mean, like, Stewart Review stuff mentioned that this wouldn't really work as a 6-parter, because all the Doctor really had to do was go find the Nestine and then destroy it, and then all the Autons just collapse. It was cool, the idea that you can use it on individual Autons, and then they'll collapse individually, but if you use it on the source, then they'll all just collapse. But, yeah, it was mainly about the Doctor, like, figuring out who he is, and I can't wait for the next one. We got a whole bunch of 7-parters coming up. Those are going to be hard to condense. It was hard to condense this one. I can already tell it's going to be over 30 minutes before I start editing. Anyway, so, I would recommend it, yes. And thanks so much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, so I enjoy. If you didn't like it, please leave a dislike, so I did enjoy. Leave a comment down below if you liked how I was off to get some motivation encouragement. If you didn't like it, please leave a comment down below saying why I did like for text line. Otherwise, we'll be able to improve. Just guarantee you to dislike, for a like, and subscribe so you know when next video comes out. Thanks guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time. We'll review story number 52, Doctor Who and the Thandorians. Bye-bye. Here's an alternative head for the intro. This head. Remember, I got this. It's just the head. I got it at a garage sale. It was only for $1. I was about to, like, run home, which was just like, it was just like down the street, just to get a loony, and then someone else bought it for me. If you're watching this, you probably don't even remember that event, but hi, and thank you. Okay, that was going to be the end of the clip, but I know that some of you are going to be like, he just waited before he filmed the next thing. So, here we go. Here's the two of them in the same frame. See, this one's down here, this one's up here. See, 13 hours, 12 hours. Are you happy now? You can look at this frame and zoom in if you want. You want more proof? Then whatever. Anyway.